clap for that. We'll clap for that. One of the main concerns we have for everybody here is safety. So people that are launching, you need to stay well away from behind the trebuchets that are launching, because and the term is missile, as the missile goes through the trebuchet, it is going at a rapid speed towards the back before it comes around. So we will be launching in a minute. Mr. DeVries, is that first group ready to launch? So as we get ready to launch, the first group that we have, if I have my paper, is my class, Group 1. And this is Nick, Matt, Jason, Josh, and Olivia. What is your trebuchet called? The Gourd Slinger. The Gourd Slinger. Are they coming in for the launch and the release, Mr. DeVries? Okay. Okay, so we're going to start first with a 50-pound weight. And you'll see the weights at the end of the trebuchet, and that is the counterweight. That's what's providing all the force for it. So the mic is on. It's being recorded upstairs. You won't hear it here. So it's a 50-pound weight. We also tried the other day with a 100-pound weight. We're going to try first with 50 as our first kind of test one. We have about 250 pumpkins that were given to us really, really affordably just after Halloween. No, it's not from Bennett's. We have our first launch. So, class, what might be some of the reasons that didn't go very far? Arms too big? Not enough weight? What else? The release angle may be incorrect right now. So we're going to probably add some more weight to it, and we will see how this goes. So making some little adjustments to the trebuchet to try to get a different release point. The trebuchet is much different than a catapult, where catapult is more kind of spring loaded, and it whips. A trebuchet has the counterweight. Guys, why a catapult versus a trebuchet? How is a trebuchet better than a catapult? Slings it further. So you don't need to be, back in war, you didn't need to be as close to your enemy. So if your enemy was using a catapult, using trebuchets, you had a better shot. I'm not sure. Hey, we got into the 20 feet section. Well done. So the little adjustments seem to have a big payoff. So we have our first pass. So each trebuchet has a safety that gets locked, and as they go to fire it, that safety gets pulled, which allows the launch to occur. We used a trebuchet simulator online to figure out how long the ropes needed to be and how long the sling needed to be and the arm, and just through There we go. Well done. Just a little over 30 feet, I believe. Congratulations, Group 1. I would say let's move to the next one, Mr. DeVries. Group 1, congratulations. Come on over for an interview. Come on over for an interview. Maybe some other people can help Mr. DeVries move that. Joni, you got us for an interview here? Group 1, come on in. So, just give us your name.
I'm Jason.
Olivia.
Nicholas. Matthew.
Josh.
How pleased were you to see it actually work and to get a pass in the course with about 30, 35 feet?
Pretty happy. It worked more than we were hoping. So, yeah.
What were some things that you were concerned about with the launch?
The trigger.
Tell us about the trigger.
Well, we kind of just threw it together like today, or yesterday, sorry. And so we never actually got to test it out because we just finished. So we didn't know how well it would work or not.
What's the best thing as your group? What's your biggest accomplishment that you want to celebrate with the launch today?
It actually launching and that we all got to work together on it. It actually went past. We passed it, so.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Any shout-outs to anybody?
They gave us Ryan's group. They gave us the idea for the trigger.
Awesome. So thank you guys very much. Congratulations on your launch. So we've got a little bit of a safety issue here as the safety release broke. Just a slight little adjustment and we will have this up and running. Looks like we got quite a crowd out today, just our class and a bunch of other classes. We'll get our camera people to pan the crowd once in a while too. Okay, it looks like they're set up to ready to launch again. Safety is in place. People are clear and making sure that nobody is behind the trebuchet and that nobody is directly in front of the trebuchet, so AJ is getting out of the way. And they are ready to launch. And it's gone straight up and backwards. So the trebuchet went a negative distance. And that is why safety is so important. Elijah's asking if they can just turn the trebuchet around and launch again. Making some little adjustments to the release point and the release mechanism. For some groups, this is their first practice launch also, as they were just wrapping some things up yesterday. One of the great things as we were making these two, every morning we'd be out by the shops, and there'd be about 100 grade 9 students working together in groups, working on their trebuchets. It was so fun and exciting to see. Great kind of atmosphere and mood, and they just wanted to work. Looks like they are ready to launch again. They need to load the missile. Making some little adjustments yet. We're looking forward to next year having our very own pumpkins to launch, because we will have a pumpkin patch where these things get smashed. Looks like the one rope came off, so I think they're going to try to reattach that if they can. We just want to see the launch. We just want to see the launch. Well, we had one go backwards. I would consider that... So the strings on the feed bag or on the sling, one is fixed to it and one comes off of it, so it's just on a hook, and that helps give the momentum. So it carries it through, and then it moves it out. Looks like this group is ready to go. So this group is getting ready, ready to launch. We have Isaiah, Elijah, Rachel, Travis, and Stephanie. AJ and Mr. DeVries are helping out. Seeing some groups frantically do some last-minute prep on theirs. And we are ready to go. And it has launched. Nice height, and we have about 40 feet. An incredible launch. Lots of excitement on that group as they went from going backwards. That's a change of about 60 feet, I think, from where they initially went. We have our next group coming up of Crystal, Trevor, Victoria, and Evan. So as they are getting ready. So we've got a slight change in order. Up next is Mr. DeVries and Mrs. K's class, Francisco, Michael, Nadine, and Micah. One of the challenges that we had earlier was how do we do the counterweight? And in our models, everybody had kind of a different idea for a counterweight. So some people had baskets, and they were thinking of using sandbags or using weights or rocks. In some of our scale models, we had the little basket, and they put in stones. They'd go and find. We wanted to make sure we had the same weight and kind of make that even. So Mr. DeVries and Mr. Vanderweer made the counterweight piece, and it was simple enough to get some weights from the weight room, slide them on, and everybody has the same hookup. So that's what they're putting on as they put on the weights. So in one of our tests yesterday, or 2 days ago, they launched a soccer ball probably about 100 feet. So that was probably the best distance that we had out of one of them. This group is getting ready. They've got their sling in place, ready to put the pumpkin there, hooking up the sling, have their safety in place. They have selected a tiny pumpkin. And it looks like they have things in place. They need to move people away from the back. Because as we've seen in the past, pumpkins can go backwards. Guys, can you move out of the way? They are just about ready to go. Just changing the safety mechanism to one that's going to pull a little bit easier by the looks of it. Okay, we need to move people away from behind. Micah is ready to release and ready to fire. Mr. Reese is coming out of the way, and we are about to launch. Micah needs to put some muscle into that. And we have a successful launch. With the roll, we're at the 100-foot mark. But it looks like we had a launch. I couldn't see it from there. How far did we go? Where did we land? Just under 50. Congratulations, group. Okay. He's a Habs fan. Okay, let's back up out of the way. Looks like they're ready to launch again. Nadine is ready to pull the safety. Well, that one has gone backwards. About the same distance. Yep. Can you ready?
Sure.
I know GC's group is next, and then write down their distance too.
Sure. Do you know what distance?
I am, or people are. We got the whole thing on video. So we have our next group ready to go. That was our best distance of the day. It looks like we had about 48 feet. So congrats to that. Well done. Come on over, group. Come on, have your group come over. Michael, Francisco, come on over. So give me your highlight of your launch.
It went far.
We got about 48 feet is what we recorded. That's the longest launch we've had yet today. So right now you guys are in first place. What was the problem there? Why did it go backwards on the second one, do you think?
I don't know.
Pumpkin was too heavy.
Yeah, we picked a bigger pumpkin, and the first one was smaller, so.
What do you attribute to your success, though, on that first launch? I mean, that was a really good launch at a good release point. Everything looked pretty smooth. Michael, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe you should give it to Nadine because I couldn't think of anything.
Math.
All about the math. Yeah, we really didn't do a ton of math in this. But group, congratulations. If you can take your trebuchet, move it out of the way. What was your trebuchet called, by the way? Launchzilla. Launchzilla is in the lead. So we have our next group almost ready. We have GC, John, Michaela, who else we got there? Sawyer, sorry, not Michaela, Megan and Jody from that group. Getting ready to do their first launch. They have a shorter sling, so making some adjustments to their sling right away. Making some adjustments to what's going on here. Looks like they are taking the weights off for a minute. Looks like this group is ready to go. I'm going to stand back a little further. They've got a real short sling, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with that one. What's recording inside? So let's stand clear of this one because this is has a really short sling. Could be a little more unpredictable. So who's up next? Or do you want who's ready to go? Are they around? Otherwise, Sam's group, I think, is... Okay, perfect. Looks like this group is just about ready. Yeah. I think we had recorded at 48 feet. Yep. That was a lot of roll. That was a lot of roll. No.
I think we should get
58. Why 50? He is getting quite a work. He's lifting a lot of weights today. They are ready to launch. They're going to try this again, and we have a successful launch. Well done, group. Well done. I couldn't see. Mr. Apers, what's the distance on that one? 48. Another 48. So another 48. Well, it's tough to see from this angle. So that was their first launch. Congratulations on a successful launch. I'm going where it lands. Yeah, first contact with the ground. Apers told me a 48. Right down a 45. Setting up for their second launch. So they had a good launch of about 45 to 48 feet. They are ready to go, and we have a fire in the hole. And that one failed to release, and that is why we don't stand behind them. Our prayers for safety have been answered and heard. So congrats to that group on their launches. Megan, can I get your group? Megan, John, Sawyer, GC. Are you guys going to take it out of there first? And then I'd love to interview you. GC, can I get your group over here? Just stand over here. We'll do a quick little interview. Oh, come on, everybody! Just everybody, come in and somebody will talk. Jody, where is Jody? Jody, come on in. It's just a quick little interview. Congratulations! What was the team name, first of all?
Shadow Shooter.
Shadow Shooter. Your first launch, we have it recorded at about 45 feet. Congratulations on that. What do you think was so successful about your first launch? What made it really good?
We worked really hard on it and put a lot of effort into making sure it was well built.
Okay, so a well-built trebuchet, lots of hard work. GC, what happened on that second launch?
I don't know.
But it went backwards. I don't think that was the intent. Any ideas? Did it just not release?
No, it didn't release.
It got stuck in the bag.
Okay, so it got stuck in the bag. So it was a pumpkin a different size on that one, or was it about the same size?
It was same size.
Same size to a bit smaller, perhaps. So maybe it just kind of got stuck in the bag a bit. Groups, congratulations on a 45-foot launch. Well done.
Process? I have no clue right now, so okay, that's the ending. You know how to put this on. This is the pin that goes here. That goes there. You're gonna tie one to here. And you're gonna have that other one. Good knot on that. You're good at knot. No, this is this. Yeah. Just around it. Don't make it too loose. You gotta make it really tight against it because we don't have enough rope.
A good launch. I'm trying to get the official distance, Mr. Todd, from the South African judge. 44 feet. 44 feet is what we have right now. So a successful launch. 44 feet for their first one. And this trebuchet is called the Pumpkin. The Pumpkin. Looks like we are ready for Pumpkin's second launch. Everything's in place. Got to get a few people out of the way here. We are ready to launch. We have gone backwards on that one. Backwards by about 40 feet. It looks like part of the sling broke, I think, and therefore didn't release properly. What is this trebuchet called? Pumpkin pancaker. The pumpkin pancaker. Weights are getting loaded. Pumpkins have been selected. Group is eagerly waiting. Okay, so now groups don't stand directly behind it. So stand to the sides of it. The sling is being put in place. Sam, don't stand there. Stand more this way. We are getting ready to launch the pumpkin pancaker. Ready for their first launch. Mr. Vanderwood is moving people back so that we stay safe. And we are ready to launch. Flare in the hole. We have a successful launch and trying to get the distance from, again, the South African judge. 49 feet. I think we have just shy of 50, so 49 feet. So this is our current leader, the pumpkin pancaker. They are getting loaded for their second launch. Just the best one. Just scratch at the other one. So the weights are loaded. Safety is in place. Pumpkin has been selected. And they are getting ready to load the sling. Looks like they are almost ready. No, bringing it back down, making a small adjustment. The weights are coming down. Their sling has torn, so they may need to make an adjustment and see if they can fix that right now. Otherwise, that may be their only launch. Looks like Mr. DeVries is getting ready to get the next trebuchet ready. So we have Crystal, Trevor, Victoria, and Evan getting ready to launch their trebuchet. So we had a sling break on the last trebuchet, letting only one launch happen. So the last group had a hole in their sling, so the sling tore a little bit, so they're unable to do a second launch. But this group looks like they are just about ready. Bringing the weights back down for a moment. Looks like they're going to look at their safety to see what happens. Looks like we are ready for launch 2. Looks like we're almost ready to launch. The pumpkin is being loaded. Safety is in place. Pumpkin has been loaded. People are getting clear. Mr. Reese is clearing everybody. And we are ready to launch. And we have a launch of, that's a good launch. Went forward. Looks like we're going to launch of 43 feet from Mr. Grittenbohr as the next official judge. We're recording upstairs. We're going to launch of 43 feet that time. Yep. See what happens. Hey, can you find Mim and Martin? Mim and Marin. Oh, they're back there. They're against the wall, Francisco. They're right against the wall. Mim and Marin. Mim and Marin. Launched 6 or 7 so far. It's quite a turnover, yeah. Your group needs you. Your group's getting ready. Amy, what group is that? Oh, that's Evan, right? So Crystal, Trevor, Victoria, and Evan are getting ready to launch. Guys, please don't do that. That's actual paint. It's not just washing marker.
We got one battle stripe.
Please don't use the markers to write on people. It looks like they have the safety in place. The payload is loaded. Pumpkin is in place. Looks like they are almost ready to go. A little fine tuning to the release. Just making some last-minute adjustments to their trebuchet. Looks like they are ready to go. Just need to move a few people. Guys, can you come out of that area? Marin, come out of that area. Sam, Kyle, out of that area while they're launching. And we have this one ready to go. That one failed to release. So the pumpkin stayed in the sling the whole time. Looks like it got caught on something. But that is their second launch. So we are moving over to the next one. This group is ready quickly, and they're just about ready to launch already. Just about to load the pumpkin in the sling. We have 3 groups to go yet for today's launch. You guys up next? The pumpkin has been loaded. Safety is in place. Safety's not in place. They're going to put that back in the spot. And we're going to see how this one goes. Martin is getting ready to release the safety. People are backed out of the way. Safety is coming. Need a little bit of help pulling the safety. There we go. We have a launch. It's up. It's up. It's backwards. It has launched backwards. We will get their second launch ready to go. We had good splitting on that one, though. The pumpkin smashed really well. So on the last launch by the MegaBloc machine, the sling had a tear in it, and the sling broke. So making an adjustment to the sling as the next group is getting ready. This is the last group to launch? This is the last group to launch? Okay. Probably not today. We'll probably try to get them either tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday. Walk in and then we've told people we'll leave it there. Not ideal, but it happens.
Those two pumpkins right there. Yeah. Assumably they've hit the 50 and then rolled a little bit, so you probably get hit by at least
on the even for the bounce and hit you, that's still hurt.
Yeah. So at least but he's at where they statistically about like 1 in 9.
So far, I've seen 2 misfires. Exactly. So far, I've seen 2 misfires out of 2.
The misfires have been because of a hole in the sling. So they just didn't reinforce their sling and were attached to the rope.
With those trebuchets, don't they like let go of one half of these slings? They do. Yeah.
It's like a real sling.
See? I told you. Just like a real
The MegaBloc machine looks like they are getting ready to go. No, that's the other group actually on the other side. Ready to launch. We have it up. They got good height. Oh, and the pumpkin has split in half with an excellent launch. Who can give me an accurate distance from over there? How far did that one go? Anybody get that distance for me? Thanks, James. Appreciate the help. I'm going to say 35 because then I think it rolled to the 45. So we're going to give him a 36 feet, I think. We got time? Let's launch him. That was 37 feet. We're going to call that one. The groups, let's get ready to launch. We don't have a lot of time left, so let's get ready as quickly as we can. So we had a good launch on that last one. Jaden, Nathan, Matt, and Matt. Looks like they are ready again for launch number 2. Almost ready to fire. People are clear. Safety's being put back in place. Yeah, probably.
move you to Monday. Can you chat with him for a second?
We are ready to launch. We have a successful launch. It is right at about the pass line. What did we get there? About 25 feet? Like right at the pass line. Congratulations on a second successful launch. One of the few groups that have launched two in the same direction, by the way.
We might have these guys go on Monday. I think the bell's gonna go like any second. Guys, stay clear. Back up, please.
We're almost ready to launch the second one. This is the MegaBloc machine. Safety's about to be pulled. Everybody is clear. We have a successful launch. Well done to the MegaBloc machine. We have 43 feet on that one. When we have successful launches, we seem to be going around that 35 to 45 feet mark. This will likely be the last launch of this day. Yeah. Yep. Congrats on a successful launch. This will be the last launch of the day. The Swag Fire is getting ready to launch.
Hey, why are you hugging me? Get out.
Guys, staying back this way, please. We've got one more to go. Has the bell gone? Last one for the day.
Guys, we cannot be standing back here.
Well, I
Swag Fire, I'm hearing some creaking and some groaning from your Trebuchet. Guest announcer coming in, Joe Vanderwoord coming in to help me announce a little bit. Joe, what do you think so far?
I think it's pretty good.
That's some great insight, Joe. Hey, what do you think about the grade 9s being able to do fun stuff like this when last year you guys didn't have this opportunity?
I like making spreadsheets.
Good. I like spreadsheets a lot too. It's probably my favorite business application. Okay, Swagfire is ready to launch. Joe, I'm going to let you take this one.
Okay. This is Swagfire. About to launch. I'm predicting 45 feet. And it went backwards. Oh, that's estimated negative 30.
Negative 30 is our estimated distance. And we have a broken sling. here is the suggestion: is let's call this a day, and tomorrow we continue launching.